Hello and welcome to Newsbeats on NITV. I am Oluchi Madu. First, the headlines. Abuja holds local council election. Jonathan meets Obama. Details shortly. Acting President Goodluck Jonathan on Sunday met with the United States President Barrack Obama at the White House in what has been described as a courtesy call. The visit, however, holds a lot of historical significance, as this is the first international visit the acting president has gone on since he took the reins of power earlier this year. Jonathan is among more than 40 heads of state invited by Obama to attend a two-day summit on preventing the spread of nuclear weapons. Nigeria's security and electoral reform were said to have made up a major part of the discussions. He and Obama met for about 15 minutes, but there is still no official statement on what they talked about. However, sources say that the status of Umar Farouk AbdulMutalab, the Nigerian on trial in the US for attempting to blow up a US airliner in December last year, was brought up. Jonathan also reportedly pressed Obama to remove Nigeria from the list of terror nations after disclosing that Abuja has met and exceeded American airport security requirements by installing scanners and approving the use of armed air marshals on all Nigeria-US bound planes. On his entourage are Minister of Foreign Affairs Oden Ajumogobia, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Aliyu Hong, Minister of Finance Olusegun Aganga, Minister of Petroleum Diezani Alison Madueke, and Petroleum Advisor Martins Uhomobi, and Permanent Secretary to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Chairman and councillorship elections were held in the 6 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja on Saturday, April 10th, in an atmosphere generally considered peaceful. Our reporter Shegun Babaranti went around town, and here's the report.
On an ordinary day, I would not be walking in the middle of a very busy street of Abuja, but today people have gone to exercise their voting right, and there's not going to be vehicular movement from 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. in the afternoon when the Abuja Municipal Area Council elections will be coming to a close. Meanwhile, we will be visiting the polling stations one by one to see the situations and conditions of voting in those places.
The election, which was to start as early as 8 a.m., witnessed a little setback as election materials did not arrive on time. Voters faced a long wait and party agents expressed their disappointment.
We came in as early as 8 and we met other party agents and the security personnel around, but still yet the INEC people are not here yet with the boxes.
Actually, it's very unfortunate. If we have a general election that we are facing, soonest and not less than a year now, and something like this happening, so when do we improve? They need to keep their time. They need to keep their time, and they need to be very, very transparent, so that whenever it is their time, they need to come. They should come at that time. They should be here at 8 o'clock dot, so that people will be here and cast their votes and go away. So I don't know, if they really want 2011 to be one of the best election ever we've had in this country, they should do something. Their time should be stick to their time, and what they are doing, they should make sure that things are going smoothly.
However, at polling station in Area 11, election monitoring agent Mr. Emenike Nwachiku wouldn't want to make a premature conclusion on INEC.
Well, too early to call any result. Too early to assess INEC.
16 political parties fielded candidates for the election, but at the polling stations, only 4 parties were on ground. The parties were the People's Democratic Party, PDP, All Nigeria People's Party, AMPP, the Action Congress, AC, and the Democratic People's Party, DPP. However, there were complaints of irregularities in the voters' registers, as some voters whose names appeared on the voters' list posted by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) at the stations few days earlier could not see their names on the register being used by INEC officials. However, the hitch in the register did not cause chaos in the voting process, since affected voters who could present adequate evidence of eligibility, such as voters' card, were allowed to vote. Those whose names appeared in the list posted at the unit's walls but did not appear on the voters' register were also allowed to vote with tender ballot paper.
There was another attack on crisis-ridden Plateau State in the early hours of Sunday by suspected Fulani herdsmen on a village near Jos. The attackers targeted the homes of some officials in Kurajenta, a Birom village, some 30 kilometers south of Jos. The officials were said to be former government workers and the brother to a local government chairman of Jos South local government area. Thankfully, no life was lost because of the timely intervention of a police patrol, but 3 houses and 6 vehicles were burnt down. The military authorities said no arrest has been made. It was also gathered that efforts are being made to track down those behind the incident. And that's it on Newsbits. Thanks for logging on.